Alafia, aho, I say namaste, and thank you for watching Shadow of Wolves. This is Holy Week. So sometimes I believe in New Orleans they have Fat Tuesday, then we start fasting until Sunday. I did have a question about Holy Week, so I am answering those questions. Do I cover my Orisha warriors, Orishas? If you have any Orisha Arimu, Alokun, let's say Imaguas, okay, or Inle Nabata. The question is, do you cover those Orishas for Holy Week? In some houses in Iles, yes, we cover them with a white sheet. Remember, this is the week of the crucifixion of Yeshua. Okay, so it's very, very important to understand if you're part of Santeria, and I'm speaking on behalf of Santeria and Lukumi. I'm not speaking on behalf of Sheshe, where it is completely Yoruba culture. I'm speaking on behalf of Santeria. Those of you who know that you have to recognize Mesa Blanca and prayers to your ancestors and spirit guides before going into Ocha. So why is it that we recognize Yeshua in Mesa Blancas and in Santeria and Lukumi? That is simply because our ancestors were slaves through the slave trade, and they were forced into Christianity, but then they began to love Christianity. Okay, some of you may have been Muslims first, some of you may have been Hindu, and blessings to all beliefs. Some of you have been Jews, and blessings to all beliefs, as that was my father's religion as well. So we respect all beliefs. But those of you in Santeria, my beautiful godchildren, and those who have that question, I will cover my Orisha with the white cloth. We are not Sheshe, we are Santeria and Lukumi, and we always do our rosary and our prayers, okay? Now, you have to go also too with your soul energy, as well as your level of comfort. Are you comfortable in, having your Orishas covered? Some are not. If you're not, it's just fine. But it is respectful as of Wednesday, today, going into Thursday, for us to stay quiet using our prayers, our Father, our Hail Mary, our Apostles' Creed, and so forth. This is my strongest advice. Not only is it good to fast around this time, and drinking a lot of water, avoiding meats. Like, I grew up as a Catholic. I went to St. Clement's Church in Queens, and it was just such a beautiful experience where we did a lot of prayers, and that helped to clean us. So my mom, she did not believe in eating meat on Good Friday. Instead, she cooked fish. Also, too, even on Thursday, where there was judgments and all kinds of tragedies. And then on Easter, which is really named, as we know, after the goddess Estar of fertility, but they call this Passover. So then we feast on Sunday. So in recognizing that, what is your level of comfortability? As I'm here taking a break, I'm just so appreciative of all the questions I'm getting, all the emails. I also appreciate all of my friends and family and godchildren who have also hurdled up with me and are recognizing these traditions, okay? So in understanding that, remember, if you just had Santo made, your Orishas are considered sleeping until you do Ebo Meta. So for us, in my house, we can choose by covering our table. It shouldn't be any fiestas or parties, in my opinion, or tambors until going into Sundays. Prayer mass is different. When it comes to spirits and Egun, it's a little different. So in respect to those, especially, with Passover, I have sisters who are Jewish, and I highly value their faith and belief in recognizing Passover. I'm looking forward also to my sister coming on Sunday, as she will be bringing in matzo soup and those special crackers. I can't remember the name, but I love them. And she'll be making us latkes and potato pancakes and so forth. And my godchildren, some of you who live in this state, are more than welcome to join us, and I will be cooking as well on Sunday. But do recognize that prayer and fasting brings you closer to your spirit guides. It allows you to stay in prayer. It allows you to forgive. It allows you to break the karmic energy of enemies. And just as Jesus Christ, as Yeshua, had those who ate at his house and who pretended to love him. And as he came in, as I taught that in the last video, he had the palm and they praised him and they sang to Hosanna. And then next thing you know, after they ate and they supped with him, they stabbed him in the back and they turned on him. So, as we know, it's important to read the wisdom within the scriptures and the passages of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, if you are really into that. There's always a wise term or saying that you can learn in the Bible, as well as the Suhuf, okay, as well as the Torah and the Injil. These are very sacred books that you can read and study. We're not saying for you to be a full-fledged believer if you don't want to, but there's always a message behind those beliefs. So in understanding that, do know that when you do read these passages, Jesus, Yeshua, already knew those who would betray him. And he even said, Saul, Paul, why have you betrayed me? So in understanding that, do know in this life, and I've spoke to many people this week who have been through so much, it's astonishing. But do know in this life, there will be people that you will love and that you will welcome in, that you will sup with and eat with and dance. And sometimes things just go through the hurrah. It just happens that way. And you may feel betrayed. You may feel hurt. But do know you always break that karmic tie by, number one, not mentioning it anymore. No matter how hurt you may be, which I have experienced that, no matter how much pain you have been through, you don't need people to recognize you. The same thing with Yeshua. They recognized him, they loved him, and from that horse, they just threw him down right to the floor. So this is why it's good to be humble, because energies like that, they do come in from lower wicked energies. And sometimes people don't even know this, that they walk with certain energies of maleficent and wicked spirits. So in recognizing the positivity of understanding God, and when you're doing something for someone, don't look for great material gains. Look, what is your mark on this earth? What is your mark without all these financial gains all the time? If you're eating well and you're doing well, why not help others and lift each other up? Those who have hurt you, well, just say to yourself, I'm doing this for God. In our case, we say, Alo Dumare, Alofi, Olorun. Well, I'm doing this for Ego, and I'm doing this for my Orisha. I say Mafrefuna Chosi every day. A Chosi is a very powerful Orisha. He's not there for revenge. He's there for justice. In understanding that, do know that when we get our guardian angels marked, that Orisha loves our elders, what we call Lagwa Lagwa. They love them, those elders that have been following the way of life. So there's different heavens and different realms. So when you're going to a Lofi, they're going to look at everything that you have done. Did you abide by your Oduns when you made Santo? Did you abide by your letters? And say like you didn't get crowns, but did you show love for your fellow man? And did you or did you not do bad things and hurt people, which can affect their families and their children and their elderlies and loved ones? I've heard some horror stories this week, but I've also heard some good stories, and I look forward to meeting with you and continuing on my legacy and my mission. Whether it's seen and unseen, it's mostly seen by Lodumare. Think to yourself about the works that you complete on earth, not of vanity, not of pride, not of God complex. Think about the works and the impact that you have had on others, as well as yourself, as well as the spirits that walk with people. So understand that, and understand that we're made of pure love. We vibrate on the highest frequency from head to toe. Our crown chakra tells it all. And blessings to you, and you. Alafia, aho, I say namaste, and thank you for watching Shadows of Wolves. Ireomo, ireoma, arikuba bao, and blessings, and enjoy your upcoming Sunday, and blessings. Is it off yet? It's still going. Gots to go.